And here we are.
Yes.
It looks like something's wrong with Dan because he's not here at the moment. We don't know why. We haven't heard from him, but I hope he's all right.
I spoke to him yesterday, so
he's all right yesterday.
He was all right yesterday.
Yeah. How are you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Yeah. Are you feeling the cold yet?
It's cold outside, isn't it?
Mate, it's fucking cold in this
snowing here.
Is it snowing in Norwich?
It was for a bit. It was very icy this morning. No grit.
What are we paying the councils for, eh? What are we doing? Fucking nothing.
I know, it's fucking disgraceful. It really is. I'm just going to stop paying council tax.
That's it. Stop paying council tax, everyone. That's a pledge. We're going to get that sorted.
See what happens.
It's too cold, man. It's too cold up here. I've got a heater on like down here.
I can see it.
Well, it turns
like you're on fucking Mustafa, mate.
That's it. I don't feel like it. I feel like I'm on Hoth.
Star Wars reference.
Star Wars for days.
Snowing up in East Yorkshire. Says Holes Marie Holes.
Well,
I'm going to guess the name is Holly Marie.
That's a good guess. That would be a strong guess, to be fair.
Yeah.
Strong guess.
Yeah.
Today, at the moment, minus Dan, but I thought the idea was going to be good. I mean, it's kind of integral to. He does play an integral part of the podcast and in this episode, but we'll forget that for now. I'm going to get us to make a ultimate APMA playlist and talk about music.
Nice.
I think I don't know if we did it before. We've done something similar on.
We did,
a while ago, quite a while ago. And it's also something we used to do for obviously your channel or our channel when we were doing music content.
Yeah,
it was always good to see what people picked because you could see a lot of difference in music taste and such.
There's always a lot of grime being put in the ones that I made.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't picked any grime. I'm sure. I'm guessing you haven't picked any grime.
I haven't.
That's okay. I don't know about Dan if he's an absolute grime fiend, but
Jimmy wasn't he? Jimmy loved a bit of grime.
He did love a bit of grime.
Surprised me.
Yeah.
I know we like with the pods we don't take it to the chat all the time. We wait kind of for a Q&A at the end, but while we're just talking about music, Cameron has asked you guys going to download next year. I have to say that is one of the best lineups I've ever seen in my life, and I am in Egypt for 10 days over that weekend.
Savage.
So I would have been there. Instead, I'll probably be riding a camel or some shit. So there we go.
What is the lineup? Let me have a look. I don't even know.
Fucking mental, mate. Get it up. We'll chat about that for an hour and then leave.
Oh dear.
I'm only kidding. How is everyone anyway? Are we all right? Good.
Hope you are. Hope everyone's doing all right. Right, let's have a look at the old.
Can you get up on the screen?
I'll put it up on the screen, yeah.
We'll just audio detail it for the audio listeners. We know you're out there. You're listening right now. I'm in your ears right now. Oh, watch out. Watch the road in front of you. Remember to indicate at roundabouts. Yeah? Don't be that guy.
It's optional. Right, I'll share my screen.
And listen, right? Now, I love all of our audience, okay? But if, I don't know, you're commuting to work right now, you got your headphones in because you're on a bicycle, go on the pavement, get the fuck off the road, all right? Do the world a favor, yeah? You're still my friend because you're listening to the APMA podcast. I love you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you. But get the fuck off the road. There we go. Sorry, what's the download lineup?
And we've just lost all the cyclists, but there we go.
Dude, look at this. Headliners, Bring Me the Horizon. Thursday and Saturday, 2 unique sets. No songs repeated by Metallica. Fucking dicks out. Sunday, Slipknot. Right? That is fucking insane.
That is.
Then you got Alexis on Fire. Is it Alexis or is it Alex Is? Let us know somehow.
I thought it was Alex Is on Fire.
I thought it was Alexis on Fire.
It is a fucking.
It makes more sense for it to be Alex Is. Yeah, then you got Disturbed, mate. Oh,
that's
so hard to do. Evanescence, that'll be great until they play Lithium. Then I'm leaving. Ghost, good friend Carl loves Ghost. I've never heard him. I Prevail, probably my most listened to band in the last year in the gym, mate. I stick on fucking dead weight, and then either someone's dying or the weight's getting lifted. Yeah,
that's it. I mean, Parkway Drive, you're just gonna be consumed in the pit. You will die.
Parkway Drive. I'm not actually going to say that. But I was going to say that they throw animals up in the air and hit them with baseball bats, but that's horrible. They throw teddy bears, plushy animals in the air. At Pendulum, mate. Lozzie, you're a fiend at Pendulum.
I mean,
You're a fiend.
I can't remember anything from that night really, other than just running the pits. I don't know what songs were playing.
It was just pits and PCP. Placebo, I don't really care for. I don't know what V, Love Heart, Triangle, Diamond Shape V. I don't know who they are. That is the name, is it?
Yeah.
And then who we got at the lower? Asking Alexandria. Fucking banging.
Yeah.
The Blackout. We covered the Blackout back in the day.
Yeah.
Fever Free. I'm just picking out the ones that I like. Sorry.
3 Days Grace.
Yeah, nice. Motionless in White, nice. Nova Twins, mate. Let's fucking have it. Seether. Yes.
Nice.
Who else have we got? Plus many more to be announced. But just those headliners alone are a fucking joke. That is a joke. And Metallica playing twice, no songs repeated. I mean, they've got about 80 songs, so it's quite easy to do.
They're doing their entire fucking catalogue. That's insane.
It's mental. It is mental. But yeah, like I say, I'm in Egypt, so can it be done?
Unlucky for that.
Yeah. But shit happens. There we go.
That is a pretty fucking strong lineup, though. Especially
that's beefy.
Yeah, I mean, more to be announced. I don't really know if you need to announce anymore, to be honest. I think that just speaks for itself.
Incredible.
Yeah. As if you're going to Egypt at the same time.
I know. I'll just buy a Mo Salah shirt and cry tears into it. There we go.
You watch the coverage, I suppose, from Egypt. I don't know what you're planning on doing out there, but yeah.
It's a cat cafe. So
in Egypt?
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Cafe run by cats.
Yeah, it's called the Sphinx.
Haha, that's it. Mate, I saw a fucking insane theory about the Sphinx the other day, because you know the head of the Sphinx is so out of proportion with the rest of the Sphinx, like it's a lot smaller. There's a theory that basically the Egyptians found the Sphinx. So the Sphinx predates the Egyptians.
Right.
They found it and it would have had a bigger head on it. And what they did was they sculpted into the head to create a pharaoh or whatever the fuck it is on top of the Sphinx.
Right.
And that's why, because they've sculpted into the original structure there, that's why the head is now smaller.
Okay.
So my WhatsApp's going off. Sorry, everyone. I apologize. I don't know if that got picked up.
I couldn't hear it, but if anyone else did.
Sorry, I've just closed it. But yes, that's just, I know we're talking about music today, but if you're a Sphinx fan, there's a bit of
information for you.
Well, yeah, a bit of information, a bit of culture, a bit of history. That's it. Yeah.
A bit of culture, a bit of history, can't beat it.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get on to the topic of the podcast. Obviously, we can just go off on tangents in our podcast. We do what we fucking want,
Mm-hmm.
Do what we want. But the main focus was going to be talking about music and kind of explaining why and what songs we want on our playlist.
Yeah.
So I have done, the idea was to have 10 each, but because I feel like there's a chance we might cross over on a song or two.
Yeah.
I've put 15 down just to give me a bit of leeway to change.
All right.
Yeah, the first song I want to pick and put on there is by the Architects.
Oh.
Which is a band I guess I just didn't really pay attention to them for a while.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking sick.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a guy who used to watch our content back in the day who literally loved the Architects. Like literally every single time he could bring them up, he did.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just didn't pay attention to them. But I've paid attention to them recently, and their new album, oh my god, it's
Is it
just
good?
it's wall to wall bangers, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
I'll have
the
to check it
style of
out.
music that I really like. I'd definitely check it out. But their song, the song I want to put in is called Deep Fake, which is
Deep
sort of
Fake is a great song. That's on
is
my gym playlist.
yeah. So I'm gonna put that one in first, just because it's not like massively heavy, but it just gets you moving. And if it's on your gym playlist, it does the
Yeah.
fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Deep Fake is a huge song.
Yeah. But again, Architects are such a band that just flew under my radar, or just
Yeah.
didn't pay attention to them. Their quality, they're good, really good musically, like talent wise. They're up there.
Yeah.
The vocalist, oh my fucking god, that guy. Yeah, such a good band. What was your first pick, mate?
So I have quite I think the word is eclectic music taste.
What does
And
that mean?
so I think it's like broad.
Okay. Okay.
And I can pretty much appreciate a lot of stuff. Um but and so like when it comes to like my favorite songs, it's quite varied. But then when it comes to like what I'm listening to in the moment or in that period of time, it tends to be quite heavy. Normally because when I'm listening to music, I'm at the gym. So one of my favorite songs of all time, if not my favorite song of all time, is Handlebars by Flowbots.
Yeah.
I just think that song is fucking sick. I can rap it backwards and forwards at any speed, and yeah, I just really like it. I like the message. I like that it's a journey, and it kind of to me, it's like it epitomizes kind of like the fact that governments or people at the top have the power to literally wipe out the world
Yeah. Yeah.
with the nuclear red button, but actually every single one of those people at the top, whether you like it or not, originated as as a young person
Yeah.
riding their bike with no fucking handlebars. Even
Yeah.
Putin was a kid one day riding his bike, maybe with handlebars, maybe not, or maybe he was riding a bear. But still,
Oh,
I
yeah,
just love,
stabilizers.
yeah, I love the journey that song goes on, and it just gets deeper and darker and darker, and then you're at the point of a holocaust, and then it's even within the journey of the music and within the lyrics and the melody, it's like you're snapped out of it. It's almost like a bad dream, and it's
Mm.
like you're back to being the kid riding your bike with no handlebars. I just think that the song is fucking fantastic.
Wow. I
And
mean, that's quite a good explanation of the song, to be honest.
yeah, I've listened to it too many times. Like um but yeah, and I like that it's a little bit dated now too, because there's a lyric, it's I can see your face on the telephone, and that was before FaceTime and stuff. Obviously it was coming, like I'm not saying they predicted it. I mean, fucking hell, they
Yeah.
had it in like Back to the Future, but it's just cool, that it's in there, and that it actually, even though it's like not that long ago, that it also shows how far we've come. That FaceTime and things like that, and
Yeah.
video calling is such a common part of our lives, and yet you go back to I think the song came out in like 2008, and that
That's a
was
while ago, wasn't it?
before, seeing your face on the telephone. It's just it's crazy. It's so cool. I
Mm.
just really like the song. There's so many elements to the song that I really like. So yeah, I would definitely put Handlebars by Flowbots on there.
Yeah, the thing I like about the song is, it's not like up there with my favorite songs, but I remember the part that I liked was when they added in the like the brass instruments into it. I just
Mhm.
felt that added such a cool layer to that song.
Yeah.
Um, that's one of Amber's, one of my partner's favorite songs. I think
Is
is
it?
yeah, she really likes that
Nice.
song.
Fucking love that
So
song.
yeah, it's definitely going in the ultimate playlist. But
Yes.
yeah, and a very good, eloquent, and very well described explanation of the song as well. I must say, got
Thank
very
you.
deep. I like it.
Yes, thank you. It'll probably be the only one that I do that with, but
The
yeah,
next one's the next one's Clown Posse. Let's go. My next one's from Boston Manor, which is probably quite
nice.
predictable. But again, it's from their new album.
Oh, I hadn't heard that new stuff.
It's come out, I think it was like either late September or early October this year. And it's not got a lot of songs on it. I think it's only got 7 songs. But the first one, Floodlights on the Square, is like sets you up and you're like, okay, this is a banger. And I love Boston Manor anyway. I think I really got into Boston Manor in like 2018
Yeah.
when they released Welcome to the Neighborhood. That's when I really like went, okay,
Yeah.
this
You
Boston
introduced
Manor,
me to them through that album.
yeah, it used to be like every once in a while Boston Manor would be on a playlist and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's all right. That's pretty cool. But then it changed and I was like, okay, I'm paying attention to Boston Manor now because they're producing music that I enjoy a lot.
I don't think that Welcome to the Neighborhood has a song that I'd skip.
No,
Just thinking
that's
about
probably,
it, I don't think it does.
to this day, it's probably the best album I think I've heard from them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't personally skip a song on that album. I think it's quality back to front, or front to back rather.
I saw him at 2019 Reading. Fucking insane. Fucking insane.
Yeah, they're the one band I think. I don't know if they were there in 2018 or 2017. Obviously, we only went for the Sunday of the 2017.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see him, but I haven't seen him yet. But
It
yeah,
makes me sick how many bands we could have seen, but like weren't aware of at the time.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I hate about festivals is like a year later you discover someone and you're like, oh, they were there. That's fucking great.
yeah,
Yeah,
makes you sick to your
yeah.
stomach. But yeah, I'm putting Boston Manor Floodlights on the Square into the playlist.
I'll have to give it a listen.
Yeah. Will just be worth me saying this. I'll put it in the playlist and I will share the playlist so everyone
Nice,
can obviously listen to it at their leisure. Or if
nice.
you're going to the gym, if you're gearing yourself up for a fight, just play a few songs, get amped up, and throw some hands.
Yeah.
What's your next what's your next song?
Let me have a look at the list. Let me see. So the next song I got is it's a collab. Are you doing this on Spotify?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know if this song exists anywhere else. Okay, so this is After Dark X Sweater Weather. So it's a remix. It's by Really Sad Music, which I don't think is the artist, right?
Okay.
And it's not sad at all. Like I really like it, but it's After Dark by Mr. Kitty and Sweater Weather by who made Sweater Weather?
I don't know.
You know Sweater Weather?
I know. I
Mate,
might have
by
done.
the Neighborhood, Sweater Weather by the Neighborhood, but it's a
Never heard of it.
remix of the two, and yeah, if you find just After Dark X Sweater Weather, really sad music, but it's not sad, it's melancholic, all right, but it's fucking sick. It's a fucking amazing remix, it really is. So yeah, if you're in the gym though, I wouldn't put it on. I'd skip this one.
Okay.
But
Well,
it's
you wouldn't
fucking
put it
awesome.
on out loud, or you wouldn't put it on in general?
No, if you're training, it's not a song to train to.
Right, okay.
But it's a fantastic song.
Mm.
I kind of wish
I've
we
never.
could play it. I want to play it, but we
Yeah,
can't
some of
really.
these I wanted to play all of these, but obviously as soon as we do, that's it. We're done.
It's game over.
That's it. It's game over, man. It's game over. But yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
that
heard
would be
of
my suggestion.
Sweater Weather.
That's the song. Yeah, that's Sweater Weather.
No.
All I am is a man. You haven't heard that?
Nah, that's demonetized now. Cheers.
That's it.
Oh
I've got to get the
dear.
fucking chorus up. Hang on. But then that'll get demonetized. So annoying.
Just
Sweater
play
Weather's
like
the
3
bollocks.
seconds of it. Oh, that's
All
not
right.
going to be enough, is it? But fuck it.
No, but you might be like, ah, yes, I know this. Hang on, Sweater Weather. One sec. No glass. No.
Nah.
Cause it's too cold for you here. You haven't heard that?
I don't think so.
Fucking hell.
Mate, I live in a very closed off world. I mean, I listen to the music that I like, and I don't have any. It's very rare that I get another song coming to my head from somewhere else.
That's it.
Well, to be fair, other than when I'm at work, because they have Radio 2 on, and some of the crap that plays on there. Oh
Nice.
my fucking lord!
Yeah, Radio 2.
Please take me from this world. My next song is again quite predictable. Blink 182, but the song Mutt. They were very obvious.
Can I say something controversial?
Go on. Say you don't like them, and I'll fucking end it here.
I do think Blink are overrated.
I mean, well, they kind of are, because the only one who's like, I'd say like elite
is Travis Barker.
Travis, yeah.
Not Travis Barker. Travis. Yeah, Travis Barker, sorry.
I thought you were going to say not Travis Barker, Travis Scott. And I was like,
I think that's who I was thinking.
I'm ending this shit. Oh, dear.
That's who I thought I got him mixed up with. But yeah. Nah, yeah, he's fucking unbelievable. But yeah, I just... You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're any better than Sum 41, and Sum 41 aren't seen in the stratosphere of Blink 182. See what I mean?
Don't know. I think you've got people who follow both, or either, that are very loud about how good each one is. I'm under no illusion. Like, I'm not putting Blink 182 up against like the Architects in terms of like musical ability. I just think they're pretty cool. I like the fact they don't take themselves too seriously at all, and I like the songs they produce on the whole. And Mutt is one from Enemy of the State, rather, which I think was their second album.
Yeah.
Again, there's loads of songs that everyone's heard, but that was the one that sticks with me because I loved like the little drum fill at the start from Travis.
Nice.
Yeah, I understand not everyone likes Blink 182.
It's not that I don't like them. I just think they're not that
you hate
good.
It, mate. You just thought Travis Barker was Travis Scott, so we'll skip over that one.
I used to be respected in the music space.
That's it.
It's all gone to fucking shit. I started believing in ghosts, and now it's all fucked.
That's it. Fucking hell. Well, that's my next song. Obviously not approved by Jordan, but it's a collaborative effort, so everyone gets the songs on there. What's your next one?
Propane Nightmares by Pendulum.
Yeah, see that shit.
That's it.
I'm joking. Propane Nightmares is probably the only song I know from Pendulum.
It's the bollocks.
That night when I was running the pits, that's probably the only song I actually took notice of. Went, oh yeah, it's Propane Nightmares. Back to running the pits.
I just remember seeing shout out to Joe Tickle, seeing him on someone's shoulders in the middle of the pit, and then just thinking, "Oh fuck, this song drops in a second," and then he was just gone, consumed. He was on the shoulders of a man, and he was consumed. Just like seeing someone who's 13 feet tall just crushed, demised into a pit. But yeah, that was a weird night. That was a weird night because obviously, well. We asked you to come, and you're like, nah, I don't like Pendulum. I'm just going to stay at the camp. All right, fair enough. No worries. Yeah, there's plenty of people at the camp. But then, yeah, we were just fucking pitting. And I'm not being funny, right? But, you know, they had the whole Radio 1 tent or whatever it was. It was a fucking big tent. And there were several pits. And there were thousands of people. And how the fuck we bumped into you was fucking insane. I know that we're drawn to the pits, but there were several. And yet you just, I literally just saw you just like fucking pushing people apart. And it was like, oh my God, it's Lozzie, what the fuck?
I was pushing people apart. I had my hoodie tied around my neck because I was absolutely sweating.
Yes.
I was pushing people back. There was like, I remember this one, like, he was massive. This guy was so tall, right? And so big. He was like, come up to me, and I thought he was going to smack me, right? Because I think he's getting pissed off that I was like pushing people around, getting them to move out. So he created like a bigger area for the pit. But he come up to me and he just like high-fived me.
Nice.
He said, nice run of the pits, mate. Something to that effect. He's absolutely trembling. And I was like, well, if he's on my side, I'll take anyone on.
That's it.
But yeah, that was a
Fucking
good night,
crazy.
and I don't really
It was
remember the
mad.
music, but
It
like I
was
say,
mad. They were fucking insane.
yeah.
And but yeah, I mean they've got some incredible songs, but you just can't top Propane Nightmare, I don't think.
I mean, that is this, like I say, this is probably the only one I know by Pendulum and
Yeah.
recognised. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
got different memory or similar memories for both of us. But the reason why you've picked it, I'm assuming, because you like the song rather than what I did
Yeah.
at Reading Festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good choice. I rate that. Yeah, I'm not gonna start telling you that the shit like you did with me.
Jesus. I didn't say they were shit. I said they're
I
overrated.
know.
There's a difference.
Overrated is the same thing.
Oh.
My next one is from Stone Temple Pilots. Now I know
Who?
yeah, exactly. I know people probably won't know these. I don't know how big they got, to be honest. All I know is that they're on GTA San Andreas, and
Right. Okay.
that's it.
Fuck, oh, that's niche.
Any of the game, especially Vice City and San Andreas, shaped my music taste. And this was on the song "Plush" was on one of the radio stations on San Andreas, and I remember just fucking trying to cycle back because you could like if you saved the game or if you like went into hospital if you died or whatever, it would fast forward a few hours and then there's a high chance that the the song's going to play again. I remember just doing that to try and
Fucking hell.
try and get the song to play again.
Nice.
Back before the times of YouTube and you just searching the songs on Spotify and stuff. But yeah, Plush, it's a cool song. It's proper grungy, kind of in the same sort of era and time as like early Nirvana and Pearl Jam, which may make her appearance on this list.
Oh.
Yeah,
Even flow.
that's it. I put 2 songs for Pearl Jam just in case you
Oh,
butchered.
Dan's in the waiting room.
Oh, he is. I can see him. Look, let's have a look. Let's see if he's. Hello, mate.
Hi, mate.
Oh, mate, sorry.
You're right.
Yeah, sorry. I just had
That's all right.
another burst pipe in the factory.
Jesus.
So yeah, load of water coming up everywhere.
Nice.
Shit.
Which well, managed to do a temporary fix on it, but oh god, it's all good. Get my hair.
Nice.
And I've got no
Where is-
heating. I'm fucking freezing.
Oh, no.
Must be freezing there.
Fuck.
Yeah, I have got heating, but I've got presses on and stuff downstairs, but I've lent my missus my radiator. And my dad's gone out to get a couple of little mini heaters, but I swear to God, I reckon it's warmer outside.
Really?
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fine.
I pre-did my list.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
Handwritten.
I was all ready for it. And
the first pipe.
burst pipes. Oh,
sake.
Well, I don't know how many. I think we've done.
4.
I've done 4 songs now. You've done 3. So if you want to list your first 3 songs that you want on the playlist, then we can obviously.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man. I don't know how many I've got actually. I think is it 10? I think I've got more than
10
10.
each.
But,
Yeah, ideally.
All right, I'll figure out at the end. But anyway, so my first one is Guns N' Roses. You Could Be Mine.
Nice.
Classic.
Nice with Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses is huge.
And I saw that at the cinema. Terminator 2. Fucking epic.
Yeah.
Second one is Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Yes.
Nice. Bit of Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. And third is Chili Pepper, Scar Tissue.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice.
What were yours?
A varied one there. A varied trio there.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, it gets even more weirder as we go in.
Yeah.
The hip hop. These are like my early memory songs.
Yeah.
You know, ones that like mean some stuff to you and hit like a part of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've all got a story behind them.
What are the stories?
Nothing major. I mean, Guns N' Roses was like You Could Be Mine. That was Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And my dad took me to watch that at the cinema, but I wasn't. I think it was a 15 or 18. I wasn't old enough at the time. I think I was 13. And he's like, "Don't worry, son." He's like, "You're with me." And I remember we went to like this some young lad at the till, and he was like, was at the Odeon in Birmingham City Centre, and he was like, "Is he 15?" And my dad went, "Yeah." And he's like, "Has he got the ID?" And he went, "He's 15." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, no problem."
Oh, fuck's sake.
And then Meatloaf with Better Hell. There's a quick one on that. I had a little water cooler business back in the day, and it's when I sold everything to go backpacking to Australia. Literally, like I'd sold everything I owned, and so this business I kind of ran it with my dad. And my dad ran it first, and I took over. And anyway, so he comes to select this guy, and I think it's like 20 odd grand or something. And he'd gone up for the meeting, and he was like, "Yeah, he's agreed it. Just going to go up, sign it, and we get half on the cash." And I was like, "Fuck it." And 10 grand's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but like then I'd never even heard of like 10 grand. It was like, I didn't own my own home or anything. I didn't have anything to put it in perspective. It was just like so much money. It was almost like a year's wage at the time. And he went to the meeting, and I was driving back from Birmingham with Bat Out of Hell, because I think he sings in it about getting his money, and I was just driving back, and like, Bat Out of Hell be gone when the money comes, and I was just driving. I was like, "I'm going to get his money, I'm going to go to Australia," and then he phoned me, and he was like, "Son, it hasn't gone through," and I was like, "No."
Jesus,
it worked out all right in the end. Basically, the guy wanted to pay like in installment sort of thing, so a little bit now and then a little bit later on when a big contract come through, and it was a little bit less we negotiated, but we still sold it. I still made some money, but I didn't get my 10 G's in the bank to go to Australia.
Oh man,
so,
how is that company still going, or
no
so, it's Evian water. Oh right, fuck.
Well actually who bought it, which is partly to do with Evian.
Oh shit! What a guess.
Is it Evian? What's the biggest? Hold on, they're the biggest water cooler company. They bought this big company. What's it called?
I didn't think we'd be talking about water coolers.
No.
This is quality.
I have one. It's a lifesaver.
I've probably got to be careful what I say, actually.
Oh.
That's it.
Sued by
signed an NDA.
I can't remember. Anyway, the biggest water cooler company that's going bought up this other company that my dad used to work for, and then after like a few years, I started doing it with my dad, and in the end, the guy who bought ours was. Yeah, it was to do with.
There's some navigation.
Don't worry. Anyway, it's a water cooler company. There was a water cooler company we sold, and the one that we had is not about anymore. For sure.
Right. Okay.
It got dissolved.
Right. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. And that is why Bat Out of Hell is on the playlist.
To do water coolers.
Fantastic. And then Scar Tissue.
Scar Tissue, just a fucking solid. And a good book. Have you read the book? Good book.
No, I haven't.
No.
I recommend the read.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
I was debating whether putting a Chili Pepper song on my list.
Oh no, yeah, they
came very close.
They're like up there, aren't they, with like absolute bangers. I've only got the one, Chili Peppers, but yeah, I was debating which one, but Scar Tissue. I like the meaning and stuff behind the song and that. So
yeah, I think like a lot of their songs have like a good flow to them. You like it makes you move, which is
yeah.
I think it's
like Under the Bridge as well is another good one. I think he wrote that when he was homeless.
Yeah.
So again, like deep songs, which are I've got a little soft spot for them.
Nice. They're good selections. Lozzie, I think it's yours, isn't it?
I said my fourth one was Stone Temple Pilots Plush, so I think we'll go with yours.
Yeah.
Are yours two quite similar?
So far, no.
No.
I've gone for Handlebars by Flowbots, I went for this remix of two songs that I really like that I've discovered recently. And then I went for Propane Nightmares by Pendulum.
Okay. Pendulum.
But I'm gonna because I feel like my music taste is very one thing in like a period of time, if that makes sense. So, like, you know, if I'm doing a lot of training, then it's going to be very heavy. But if we're talking about like best songs I've ever heard, or you know, that I want on this playlist, then it's going to be quite varied. But I will go for next. I'll go for Blackbird by Alter Bridge, which is a bit heavier, but it's, I believe, I could be making this up, but I believe it's the song, the titular song for Black Hawk Down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure it is. I might have made that up completely. I know it's in the music video. But yeah, Alter Bridge, unbelievable, incredible singer. Like, I went to see them at I think it was Wembley Arena in 2012. I went with a guy called Alex Massey, who was a cage fighter.
Oh, nice.
He used to let me. Yeah, he used to get people to choke him out at college. He's like, "You can try choke me out if you want," and I did it. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then I did it, and then he went unconscious, and I shit myself because I was like, "I just done it in college on lunch, and if he doesn't come back, I'm a murderer."
And if he does come back, he's a cage.
He's gonna,
so
exactly,
throw him around the room.
Yeah, but yeah, so I went with him, and yeah, it was just incredible. Like the guy's range vocally is absolutely insane. The lead singer of Alter Bridge, and yeah, it was just really sick. And the main song that I really liked at the time was Blackbird, and that's kind of like it's quite a long song, and it kind of, again, it like takes you on a journey kind of thing. But yeah, it's just a fantastic song and a fantastic band. So I would say Blackbird by Alter Bridge. This is going to be a very, very varied playlist.
It is.
I mean,
what's going to make it good, I think, is
mine starts delving into the hip hop genre in a minute.
Nice.
Not against a bit of hip hop. Any grime in your list, Dan?
No grime for me. I kind of miss that. I do like a bit of grime, but yeah, it was. I kind of skipped that, I think.
Yeah. I haven't got any grime, but I'm sure that we might have some listeners or watchers who want some grime in there.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. What's your next one, Dan? Because we've done, me and Jordan have done 4 each at this point.
Cool. I've got Eminem, Lose Yourself.
Nice. Yeah.
Another absolute classic.
Yeah.
I think he got a Grammy for it as well.
I feel like that song has to be regarded as one of the greatest songs ever written by a lot of people. That song is just too iconic.
Yeah, it's got the film that goes with it. Yeah, it is. It's just massive. I'm always rooting for that song. So I bought a few years ago. I think it's one of the only ones he's done. I bought a canvas with the Lose Yourself like lyrics and that they wrote in his A4 binder.
Yeah.
So but then he hand signed it as well. And it's a limited edition. It was 300. I got me and my brother one, and I haven't seen anything signed by him limited edition since. I can't even find it anymore on the internet. There's a couple that were sold on eBay for like I think about $3,000.
Wow.
So yeah, that's like locked away in a safe place. So I'm
nice.
I'm rooting for him with that song that one day it'll, I don't know, pay my ass off or something.
Yeah, for sure. But it's an incredible song.
Did you know that just after, I think it was around that period or a bit after that, so Eminem had a book, like a diary, but it was was writing loads of songs, and but he was doing loads of drugs and stuff at the time, so he can't really remember. And he had all these songs and this stuff written in his book, and he lost the book, and it's never been found. And he can't remember any of the songs or stuff that's in there, and it's just floating around somewhere. Like imagine the value of that.
Yeah, that would be fucking insane.
Just imagine what he'd paid.
And the music lost.
Yeah,
the music lost. Yeah, and let's say what he'd pay for it to. Especially now with that period, like the old Eminem, probably say it's his greatest period. You know, he was like at the pinnacle. You know, that's like around this time when you got like Lose Yourself, 8 Mile coming out. Like, imagine all those bangers that are in that book.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just like, I mean, it could just be sitting in someone's garage. You know, just it could be anywhere.
Fuck, man.
That's
mad. That's mad. But yeah, Lose Yourself is a huge song.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Eminem, but even I will admit that song is iconic for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
It's going in. It's going to be on the list.
Nice.
My 5th song is by 21 Pilots.
Oh, nice.
And I said, look, I don't really know if this song gets a lot of love. It's called Bandito, and it's from the same album that they did Jumpsuit and Chlorine on. It's quite a chilled song, but the lyrics in it are pretty cool, which is pretty standard for 21 Pilots. To be honest, they're pretty good with the lyrics. And it's just a nice little, nice vibe. There's not a massive amount of feeling or history to me connected to it. I just feel like it's a nice song to listen to. Just relaxes me for some reason.
Nice. I've got a weird relationship with that album because that album came out when I was I did a few months working in a bar before I decided to do YouTube full time, and I used to have that album on when I drove back from work, normally at like 2 a.m. after cleaning down the bar. Like, I enjoyed bar work, but cleaning down the bar at the end, it was like the thing is, it's like it's the worst part of your job, and it's at the end.
Yeah, it's such an anticlimax, isn't it? Because it's like I did the same. I worked in a bar for probably about 2 years, and I did a good stint while I did it. I did it on like a weekend as well as my normal job, and it's like it's a nightclub bar, so like finish at 2 or 3. And then you spend a good hour cleaning. And it's like,
man,
you're actually buzzing, aren't you? At like end of the night, like you're at the bar, it's, the music's on. It's quite good and enjoyable. You can have a drink
definitely
sometimes.
Worse jobs to have.
And then you got to do that, do the cleanup, man. They need to sort that out. They need to like do a system.
Cleaners.
The cleaners they'd have to pay the cleaners more per hour than the bar work.
My fondest memory from the bar. You could call this exploitation, I guess, but there's this guy. He was fucking smashed, right? And he kept saying like, "Oh mate, look, let me get you a drink, let me get a drink." And I was like, I didn't really drink, and plus I was working. I was like, "Nah, man, it's cool. Honestly, I'm fine." He's like, "What could I get? Come on, let me get you something." And I was like, "Well, I wouldn't mind a packet of Quavers." And I got him to buy me 6 packets of Quavers over the course of my shift.
6.
Legend.
And that, I mean, you think but that was about £2 a pop because it was in a bar. But he was loving it. He was, he was like,
Quaver.
"Please, let me get you something." I was like, "I'll have a packet of Quavers, mate. It's going."
So funny.
Was there any reason why he wanted to get you something, or were you doing your job well, or was he that?
He was just buying drinks for everyone, so he insisted on getting them for me as well. And I was like, "Nah, man, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I'll have Quavers." Yeah.
I once when I worked at that bar, I got a good telling off because it was New Year's Eve. I did the New Year's Eve shift, and he was like, "Oh, you can have a couple of drinks." Like 2. Oh, mate, I had 2, and I just and then like I just started getting on it, and I got absolutely wankered. Behind the bar. And I didn't know what change I was giving people. I was just like, giving people free drinks. I don't know how I got through the night. I couldn't remember finishing the shift or getting home. So,
oh wow,
it was a heavy night, but I was somehow working. I somehow managed to like stand up behind the bar and work. But I got a big bollock in the day. Luckily, it wasn't like the top manager. It was like the supervisor, and he was like, "Look, if the other guy would have been in, you'd have been fucking sacked."
Yeah,
it's like, "I'll let you off." I was like, "Don't do it again." I was like, "Okay." It's so weird. Have you ever been drunk where you're at work?
Not at work, no.
I don't. Not off the top of my head.
It's weird because like when you work, you're in work mode, whatever you're doing. But like when you're a bit drunk, you lose all your inhibitions.
Yeah.
But like losing your inhibitions when you're working, really like counterintuitive.
Yeah.
I did it once at a call center.
Oh my god!
Because it was we were working like the Christmas and the New Year shift, and it wasn't very busy. So me and my mate, we just brought some drinks in and stuff, and just being wankered on the phone, like doing insurance quotes. It's so funny. I always think, when I speak to people, I wonder if they're probably not, but I wonder if they have no few cheeky beers. Yeah, absolutely wankered doing insurance quotes.
Fucking brilliant, man.
It's fun. We should try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make sure to get a job at an insurance firm just to try it. We'll give it a go.
Yeah.
What's your fifth?
It's sorry, mate. It's funny.
It's just a thing that doesn't really mix well. Drinking and work. But yeah, what's your fifth song, Jordan?
Right, I'm gonna fucking throw a complete curveball.
Okay.
And if anyone is listening to this playlist, they're just gonna be like, "Where the fuck is this going?" Because I want to put in "God's Gonna Cut You Down" by Johnny Cash.
Oh, nice!
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Christ.
That used to. I feel quite sad saying that this was even a thing, but this used to be my gym walk-in song. So, because it's quite tame, but at the same time it gets you going, but it's not really enough if you're pushing weights. So it's like, okay, you're parked up, headphones on, and I walk into the gym with "God's Gonna Cut You Down," and then by the time this song finishes, I'm warmed up, and then we're ready to go. But yeah,
nice.
It's just a fucking great song. It's
Johnny Cash has got some bangers in it.
Yeah, it really does. But it's like they're so random because it's like you got a banger like "Rings of Fire," but it's kind of like a hokey kind of westerny kind of, isn't it? Like kind of song. And then you've got country song, sorry. And then you've got "God's Gonna Cut You Down," like a very serious, very sort of like "I Can Kill a Man Now." And then you've got like "Hurt," which is very emotionally driven. Like I wanted to put that on here, but I thought, fucking hell,
I was close.
"Hurt" by Johnny Cash is insane. I'm pretty sure, and it might be wrong, I should Google it really, but I heard that he died 2 weeks after they filmed the video for "Hurt." So he because if you listen to the lyrics and stuff, he kind of knows it's all fucking over, and it's very sad because he's with the whole Empire of Dirt and stuff. He kind of almost alludes to, because he's lost everyone that he's ever loved. He doesn't give a fuck about his career and stuff, and it actually means fuck all, which I think is quite an impactful thing to think about, and how to prioritize your life. But it's a very powerful song. "Hurt" is, but I couldn't put it on the playlist for this reason. But it's an incredible song. Yeah. But it just shows the guy's range. Like I say, you got like, I feel like you've got "Ring of Fire" one side, "Hurt" another side, and then "God's Gonna Cut You Down" kind of in the middle. But
to do that banger at that age as well, there aren't many artists that could release something like that at that age.
Yeah, how old was Johnny?
He looked frail in that video. He was
71.
Yeah.
71. That's fucking mad.
Fair play.
Still had it. But incredible. Absolutely incredible. So "God's Gonna Cut You Down" by Johnny Cash, I think.
I'll always remember that video where he shuts the lid of the piano for the keys, and he like rests his fingers on it, and you can tell he's like thinking, this is it.
Yeah, that's the end.
Incredible. That's excellent choice. Definitely up there. What's your next one, Dan?
I have got Tom Walker, "Leave the Light On."
Oh, I can leave the light on. It's that one. Yeah. Nice. I know that in ages.
I really like the song anyway, but the message behind the song.
Yeah.
I think it's about a friend that he loses a friend to drugs, and it's like that's the premise. But leave the light on to kind of find your way home.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So it's one of those sad songs that.
Yeah.
If I ever like die from a drug overdose, play that at my funeral.
Noted.
It's a very specific,
Yeah,
I
think
songs for any other fatalities, or
it doesn't really go if you don't. If it's not
the
song's about drugs, if you don't, if you play it at my funeral without anything to do with drugs, it doesn't really go. So
right, okay.
We'll see how the next few years bowed out.
That's it.
Oh dear. My next one isn't. I don't really want it to be played at my funeral, to be honest. In any occasion, I don't really know what my funeral song would be. But yeah, the next one again, like I said before, I don't think you were here for it, Dan, but there's a couple of songs on here from old games that I used to play.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Specifically, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and San Andreas, which I said in the gaming episode we did a few weeks back. It did shape my music taste. So this song was also in a GTA game, and it's by The Cult. She Sells Sanctuary. It's a great song. It's a proper 80s song. It just gets me in the mood, just gets me going.
Gets you going.
Nice.
Nostalgia. It gives me feelings of nostalgia, and that's probably why I've put it in here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Don't know if you guys know the song at all.
No, I can't say off the top of my head.
No, it's a good song. Like if you like any like 80s sort of rock, 80s kind of pop rock, it's there for you. That'll do the job. Yeah, that's my 6th song on my list. What's your next one?
Who's next?
You are.
It's me, isn't it?
It is.
I'll go for Priorities by Don Broco. I love Don Broco, and I had to put a song in there. So I would say probably Priorities. Nerve could possibly. No, actually, I'll swap it. Sorry, Nerve. I want Nerve because I think
Nerve is the one that you always.
Yeah, because I've actually met Rob, and we actually spoke about it, and it wasn't awkward, but it was like because I did say like I love your new album, it's fucking incredible, but I've got to say like Nerve is one of the best songs I've ever heard, and so I was like, so it wasn't like. It was sort of like I guess you could call it a backhanded compliment because it's like your new stuff is great, but what you did before is untoppable. I think, but yeah, that was fucking mad, and Nerve is fucking an incredible song, but they have some absolutely immense songs, and even their latest album, I'm constantly listening to, especially in the gym, because they're kind of gone a bit more meaty now. With songs like Uber and Gum Shield and Fingernails, which are just good gym songs. But Nerve is not at all. Nerve is almost like a love song in a sense. And it's just, it's just a fucking brilliant song. And I love Don Broco. So, I also told him to his face, I was like, Rob, listen to me. One day you are going to headline Reading Festival. I know it. It was fun. It was one of the most insane experiences of my life. I think I've shared it before, but I was in the guest area. I went to Reading with Jack, and I looked over at the bar, and I mean, Don Broco are like one of my favorite bands of all time. And Rob Damiani, the lead singer, is stood at the fucking bar, and I'm just like, fuck, I've got to go over and say something. You're not really supposed to in the guest area; it's kind of an unwritten rule, but I just got to fucking do something. And I was like, hi mate, you're right, massive fan of your music, and he went, oh yeah, you're the music festival guy.
Ah, shit, yeah.
I just turned around. I was like, Jack. He knows who I am. I was like, what the fuck?
That's cool.
Yeah, and then we had a picture and that, and we had a chat and stuff. And then late in the evening, I spoke to the drummer as well and his girlfriend. And it was just so fucking cool. It was just one of the coolest fucking moments of my life. And to get to talk to him about his music and that and everything, it was really awesome. But yeah, I would say Nerve by Don Broco for sure.
They've got some absolute bangers.
They have, yeah. They have.
I think that the album that Nerve was on, was that like the time they just started to switch genre?
Yeah.
Because I think before that they were kind of heavier.
Yeah. And then they kind of switched. And then they kind of switched back.
Yeah. Yeah, rate that. Do love a bit of Don Broco. Came close to putting my own list as well. But yeah, that's your 6th song. What about you, Dan?
I'm looking forward to actually listening to the playlist today.
So yeah,
it's going to be varied.
I missed your first one, so yeah, it'd be varied, but it'd be interesting. I like it sometimes as well. You hit a song, an old song, whatever, or something you've never listened to, and you're like, I love this song, and like, how have I gone from my whole life and never heard this song, and it's just out there. So yeah, I like that. I have gone for Vance Joy, Riptide.
Okay.
Riptide.
Is that fairly recent?
No, it's a few years old. It's
It rings a bell.
Yeah, the name Riptide.
I don't know. We can't play it, can we?
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. I think we got like a 4-second window before it gets struck.
I'm trying to say how. I mean, we all know.
I can mute my mic.
Take me down to the rip. No.
What is it?
It's hard. It's a hard song to sing, actually.
Riptide by Vance Joy. I've definitely heard this. I know.
Yeah, I just
reckon you would have heard it.
He's going to have a little listen to it. Yeah,
straight away. Yeah, straight away. Yeah. I love you.
There you go. Yeah, I can even.
I got love in my throat because
I used to sing the rose. Yeah,
great
that's
song.
not bad, mate. That is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Thanks. There you go. Now everyone knows the song. But yeah, that's a fucking great song.
At least you can understand what it was, whereas mine...
Mate, literally, that. To be fair, we said we only had a 4-second window. The first note... There's a guy on TikTok. It's actually a fucking brilliant TikTok. He does a challenge where he literally plays the first note of the song, and you have to guess what it is. And it's amazing how much you can actually do that.
Yeah.
Like just from what... Literally, all I heard was, bing! And I was like, oh, yeah, fuck. Yeah, it's crazy.
Your brain, like, don't know off tangent, but your brain does store everything.
It's crazy, isn't it?
But we got a mechanism that makes us forget. For survival.
Yeah, it's mad. And yet a song comes up, and then all of a sudden you can just remember all of the lyrics.
Yeah,
it's
the whole lot.
It's
I
crazy.
just remember dancing like with I think it's Bella, my youngest, and when she's a baby, I used to play it, and she used to like laugh and dance to it. So like, I just remember dancing around with them to it. So I've got good memories of it.
Yeah. That's it's an awesome song. That is a great song. This is going to be quite a playlist.
Because we're going from Riptide into Arcane Roots, Slow Dance.
Oh wow, Slow Dance. Okay, interesting choice out of those. Out of Arcane Roots.
Yeah, I've played it quite a lot recently because it's such a good song, and Arcane Roots criminally underrated. Unfortunately, no longer.
Arcane Roots taught me an incredibly harsh lesson because Arcane Roots to me were fucking unbelievable. Like they're incredible. Like the talent in each of those musicians was incredible. The music was insane. They were on Radio 1. What was they used to do?
Live Lounge.
They did Live Lounge and the hottest record. Hardest record of the week. Yeah, they were on that so many times. They were at the festivals and stuff. And then one day they put out a post. They were like, we just can't quite do this. Financially, we can't quite get over the hurdle. And so we're calling it a day. And it was like, fuck me. Like I would have put my life on them making it and being fucking huge. And it just taught me, like, do you know what? Nothing is like guaranteed. Even the amount of you can have all the fucking talent in the world. Because I'm telling you, the lead singer of fucking Arcane Roots is unbelievable. He can go high pitched to a fucking low scream. I know a lot of people don't like screamer, but when you take appreciate how hard it is to sing high pitch, how hard it is to scream, and then how hard it is to go from one to the other, is fucking unbelievable. And the musicians and stuff, the fucking drummer was just on another fucking level. Another level, and they didn't quite make it. That's unbelievable. But it just goes to show, like, nothing is guaranteed. at all, and you can sometimes things just don't work out.
Yeah.
And it came at a time when it was kind of do or die for me on YouTube, and I was like, I remember telling myself like, fucking hell, it didn't work out for Arcane Roots, so it might not work out for you. Like literally, that because I was so fucking assured of them, like making it, and
it's such a hard business to be in, and like I say, you can have it's shifted that much in the last 10 years that like someone can be really popular, have loads of fans, like be doing gigs and stuff, but again, it's just not financially viable because it's making the money from it. It's like, you know, you've got to be decent enough to make the money from it and get people to travel to follow you. And
it's just so weird. Like I just remember seeing on their Facebook page one day, the lead singer was like, "Oh, I'm selling all my amps and that to fund because me and my wife are moving over to Iceland." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, that's the thing as well. As people get older, their needs change. And like, you know, back in the, I think young bands have got a lot more chance of making it because you know they can kind of maybe get a van and they can live cheap and they can. But as you get older, and you know you got a wife and then maybe you got some kids and then you got a bit of stability and a mortgage. And it's that stability that you need. That if you're not good enough to get all that regular gigs, I mean, not again to go off tangent, but there's like massive boy bands and stuff who were like huge, like, you know, known all around the world and stuff. Who once, you know, they've sold multi millions of songs, and then they're skinned after, like literally, and you know, girl bands and all sorts. And it's like it's such a hard industry.
It's insane. It's so competitive as well, and there's just so many options for people to listen to. But yeah, Arcane Roots are fucking incredible, though. It's just a shame that they're no longer about. But
they're done. Is that it now?
They're done. Yeah, they was it 2018? Was it? I think
so. Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, fucking out of nowhere. Like they just released an incredible album. Like I say, BBC Hottest Record of the Week. Every single song, and then it just didn't fucking work out. It's like fuck me.
Go from that for like Live Lounge, BBC. And it's just like it's
decent standing on like the festival stages and that, you know what I mean? Not like opening at midday. Not that there's anything wrong with opening at midday, but you know they were down there.
Yeah.
You know,
so
getting
close,
towards dinner time, and it sounds so silly, but in festivals, you know what I mean? If you're near dinner time into the evening, well, fuck, if you get close to that 10 o'clock slot, you fucking mate. You know, but they were just not quite got there.
Shame.
Which I think is a lesson in life.
That's it.
You might not quite get there.
Yeah, you might think you're balling, but just know this.
Yeah.
So when you're listening to this song on the playlist, just remember you're not going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got dreams and aspirations, just remember they can all be crushed.
It is.
And no matter how close you get to fulfilling all your dreams,
you can still
just remember you might not make it and you probably won't.
Yeah, exactly.
There
you go. People far more talented than you have failed, all right?
We're only joking.
You can do whatever you
want.
I mean, you won't, but you'll make it. Yes, that's my seventh one. What about you, Jordan?
Well, I really need a wee.
Well,
I want to put in a song by Falling in Reverse. It's called Popular Monster.
Yeah, it's a good
Big
song.
Jim one. I think I kind of gauge it's about like kind of getting famous and then just being villainized for anything that you do. I think maybe the singer of Falling in Reverse is a bit of a controversial figure, in the sense that he's been to prison and stuff. But so he kind of in his later music is kind of like hit back, I guess is what you'd say. But it's just a fucking great song. It's a really cool, like just the music, the instruments and stuff in it are fucking sick. And yeah, it's a good one if you want to sort of get going at the gym. I would say Popular Monster is quality, and they've come a long way because I didn't realize Falling in Reverse, they got that like girls and boys song. You know, they're very kind of like pop punky kind of like, and now they're like kind of I'd have some of their music on for if I was walking into a boxing match or something like that. So nice. Yeah, they've come a long way, and I think that Popular Monster is probably one of the best songs, if not their best.
Popular Monster. It's a good song.
Yeah,
I think the only time, the first time I heard it was when you played it. Might have been on one of the journeys when we were driving to the studio, to be honest. Yeah, good choice. Solid.
Thank you.
Nice bit of
I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet.
Go on, relieve yourself.
Sorry, I feel bad. I'm always doing this. We need to have breaks.
Guys, PJs on in here.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable in the PJs. What's your seventh song?
I've gone for Razorlight, Somewhere Else.
Nice. Yeah. Razor. I must admit, the only song I know from Razorlight is America.
Yeah, they're a weird one, Razorlight. When they first come out, I was well into them. I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago now, like 25, 26, something like that, maybe even longer. And I watched them live, and then they went really big, quite quick. And I think he got a bit too big for his boots, the lead singer.
Oh, right.
What did they do? I think they did. There's a big festival they did, and he come on stage and said something, and it kind of all the papers and that shut him down after.
Right.
I think it was like a Live Aid festival,
right?
And he was like basically having a go at like the predecessors of it, going, like you've had like absolute legends who've like headlined it and stuff. Yeah. And he's like, no, you've got Razorlight, and it's like everyone's like, no, you're not on that level. And then after that, it kind of fell off a cliff. But it was weird. I had it on my iPod or iPhone. Yeah, not an iPod.
We're going back.
That was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it literally came on when I was on holiday, and I was like, hadn't listened to Razorlight in since then. And then I just started listening to it again. I was like, oh man, I've still got a bit of love for this. And that Somewhere Else song is like, it's just a powerful song. It's a banger. So yeah, I stuck that on there. One, because I'm recently listening to it, and then two, just back in the day, it was an absolute banger as well. But yeah, America was a good song. They've actually got some real good.
Every time that comes on, it's like, I always sing along to it. It's one of those.
Yeah, he went massive, and then they're still touring and stuff. They're still about. They're just obviously nowhere near as big as they were.
Yeah. Well, it's a shame some bands. Razorlight just seemed to like fall off a cliff, like Dan said after.
Yeah, I think it was
like Keen.
Keen, yeah. I mean, I've been listening to a bit of Keen recently.
I love Keen, man.
Yeah, I like them hearty, like the songs that they build up and then they go full out.
Yeah.
And they're just giving it their all, and it's like it's always quite reminiscent of a time as well, isn't it? You kind of look back at a time, and Keen. What Keen song from? I've been listening to a bit of Keen. Got one up.
Keen.
Keen were good, man.
Keen. Somewhere only we know.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Everybody's changing.
Yeah, Somewhere Only We Know's.
Bed Shape. That's a good song.
Nothing in my way. This is the last time.
Yeah.
Oh, they got an album called Hopes and Fears.
Nice.
And Hopes and Fears Deluxe Edition. Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keen if you're out there.
Shout out to Keen.
If you're out there. Hang in there.
They'll be listening.
There.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
right. My eighth song is from Pearl Jam.
Nice.
Depending on what Jordan says next will depend on whether I've picked two songs from them.
Even flow.
I'm picking that one now. So
I was like, what was it? That was a running joke on the web show back in the day. What was that?
Yeah, I don't know if
I can't remember what the context was.
It all the time, and it just on tits or everyone's tits at the time.
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, Even Flow. What a song.
Good song.
To have like their first album was just ridiculous, and to have that song on the album was just amazing.
Yeah.
and it's one of those songs that I'll just never forget. Pearl Jam definitely up there for me. Like I said, part of the sort of grunge, Nirvana sort of time period, early Nirvana.
100%,
I love that sort of era of music, and Pearl Jam and Even Flow fit into that perfectly. This is going to be such a varied playlist, and I love it.
Yeah,
I really do.
Certainly is.
I'm with you on Pearl Jam though.
Yeah,
some absolute bangers.
Yeah, and they've been going for ages. They're still going now.
For time, mate. For time.
Yeah, Christ. Yeah,
nice.
Up there. What's your next one, Jordan?
So I'm gonna go for Limp Bizkit. I'm gonna go for Chocolate Starfish.
Okay,
it's a fucking tune. It's a great song,
and
I think the lyrics, like, what is it? I think he's saying about how in the first verse or something, or the first two verses, there's been 46 F words. And that's actually the line in the song, and it's just a fucking such a great song. And obviously, Chocolate Starfish is referring to the bum hole. So yeah, but I just think it's like prime Limp Bizkit. So yeah. Chocolate Starfish.
So if you didn't know,
in case you didn't understand the reference, but yeah, I was gonna go for break stuff, but I thought no, I'm gonna go a little bit niche. I know, like, if you're a Limp Bizkit fan, you're like, it's not, but yeah, to the average listener, I'd say hot Chocolate Starfish will blow your mind.
I'm just gonna read you right the second verse from Chocolate Starfish. Right, ain't it a shame that you can't say fuck in brackets fuck?
Yeah,
fuck's just a word, and it's all fucked up. Like a fucked up punk with a fucked up mouth. A 9-inch nail, I'll get knocked the fuck out. Fucked up AIDS from fucked up sex. Fake ass titties on a fucked up chest.
Yeah.
We're all fucked up. So what you gonna do?
What you want to do?
With fucked up me and fucked up you.
Yeah.
It sounds like,
and then I think it says 46 fucks in this fucked up rap.
Your kids, you tell your kid not to swear, and they just go mental.
Yeah, they just
start
fucking
swearing and making up weird sentences. Fuck. Don't say that.
Yeah. Oh dear, it's funny It's funny that you should read the lyrics, Loz, because after we've done our songs, I've actually got some lyrics from some songs that I want to share with you guys.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be nice, but we'll have a look at them.
Is this the one we were talking about before in the car? Is it like something like that? Something,
mate. We're going to look at death metal lyrics, and it is unbelievable.
I mean, I wonder if any of them hit as bad as some of the early Eminem songs.
Oh,
yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like they're just visceral to the point. You're like
they're just it's sort of like these whoever's written these needs checking because
it's funny though, isn't it? With songs, you can it's the only kind of platform you can say what you want, and it's like people will go, some people still get weird about it, but they're like, oh yeah, it's a song, so it's not spoken. You don't mean it because it's a song, which is quite clever.
Yeah, definitely.
Some artists.
But I would say, like, even to the people that do get offended by songs and stuff, I think Lizzo recently changed one of her lyrics because I think it had a word for a disabled person in it. All I'm going to say is, fair play, but you might want to look at death metal lyrics because there's a treasure trove of cancellation in there for you. All right.
I'll tell you what else is good, like, I can't believe Black Eyed Peas had that song. Can you remember what the song was called? Let's Get.
Oh yeah.
They changed it.
It's now known as the R word.
What's it called?
Let's get in here. Let's get
fucked up.
In.
No, I don't want to say the word just in case, but it's not like.
Oh, is it a cancer word? Is it that bad?
No, this is the thing. It's not even. It was just
so
like
the R word when referring to someone who's disabled. That is now. That is now a cancelable offence. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But no one's gone after Will.i.am.
That is the thing that, like, that's the trouble with it, is that
I
personally, it is bad, but if you're of a time, and then that's okay. Like, you don't know any better. It's not an excuse, but it's just like, the word, there will be words we use today, which you just think are absolutely fine, and then in 5-10 years down the line, like, you can't say that, it's really bad, and it's like, that's fine.
It's like, how would you have known?
So like, it's hard, to go back and
I think Ricky Gervais said it, in his latest stand-up. He said 10 years ago, who would have known the most controversial thing you can say today is women have wombs?
Exactly.
So it's like,
exactly.
how the fuck, like, not believing in unicorns in 10 years' time might be the most offensive thing you can possibly do.
Exactly.
We have no idea. So
it's weird when people try, like, I understand you go back, change some stuff if you want to and that, but to, like, you can't really penalize. I don't know. It's weird. It's such a hard one, and it's very, there's lots of grey areas, but
it is a strange one.
But I mean, obviously that, you can't be using that. But again, that was a mainstream song.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
They made a fucking video for it, and it was clearly saying the word, and they obviously changed it later down the line or a little bit after that, because probably like, well, we can't really use that word anymore.
I mean, to be fair, they got cancelled before that anyway. I think Fergie pissed herself on stage. So
nice, Fergie. Have you heard her? Have you seen her Super Bowl national anthem rendition? And everyone's just laughing. Oh, it might have been a basketball game, but she was doing like proper like, and everyone's like, fucking, what is she doing? Like, Jesus Christ, it's quite funny. But good old Fergie. I wonder what she's up to.
Don't know.
Hopefully she's all right.
Yeah,
hopefully she's all right. What? Who's next? Oh, I had chocolate starfish.
Yeah, Dan's next with his 8th choice.
Okay, cool. So I'll leave a couple off. I've got to put him in. Elvis.
Jesus. Okay.
Nice.
Can't help falling in love with you.
Oh.
Just a classic banger. There's probably, if I really analyze.
I'm sorry, I've just visualized chocolate starfish into Elvis. That's incredible. That is incredible.
Elvis.
I will put it in that order as well. Yes, you got to.
Oh yeah, mate, 100% in that order. Yeah. Again, I rewatched. The film came out, and
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
It's really good. And the main character, he sings all the songs as well. He's actually is a musician, and he's fucking sick.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Like really good film. I thought.
Yeah.
Really well done, and pays homage to Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Great film and banging song. I like a bit of Elvis every now and then. Not too much. You can't go. I wouldn't listen to multiple songs in a row, but just the odd one every now.
Yeah. Nice.
I can't say I've really listened to much Elvis, to be honest. But yeah, he's iconic because of how he used to obviously perform and the talent he had. But yeah, an interesting choice though to go from that into chocolate starfish. I'm loving that idea. I'm loving that. My 9th one is very personal to me. Kings of Leon, Cold Desert.
Oh, Cold Desert tune.
Yeah. It's probably not the best song they've ever made, but it's the most memorable for me because I remember being in the band with obviously Jordan and Jack, his cousin. We'd just literally play that just over and over again, just like chilling out, playing it actually live, trying to figure out who was doing what part needed to be done by me or the other guitarist. But it was just a great time. I just remember just like being in the moment, just thinking, yes, I'm enjoying this. This is great.
Yeah.
It's such a relaxing song. And
definitely.
It's definitely up there for my personal favourite Kings of Leon song. It might not be the best, but I've put it in this list because it reminds me of the time when we were in a band together. So,
nice.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of when we were at the house party and we were definitely not high on marijuana, and you took a guitar outside, and I sat with you, and then we acoustically played it under the stars.
Under the
That's lovely.
stars.
But yeah, no, I remember that. It's fucking. But yeah, no, it is an incredible song. Even when we went over to the studio place a few months ago, didn't we? And I think we did Cold Desert then as well. Yeah, but no, it's a great song.
They got loads of bangers, didn't they?
They have.
Have you seen them live?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Twice.
When was the last time? Was it 2018?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
possibly.
Yeah, because they were at Reading.
And I saw them when I went to V-Fest in 2010.
Me too.
Yeah, that was when they were like probably peaking. Not peaking, but they were like, they just released the Is It Only by the Night album?
Yeah.
Which again that's an album.
There too.
Were you?
Yeah, and I remember I watched them because that's so funny.
No way. Yeah, I was there. And that performance was insane. And I seem to recall he like did like a shot of whiskey after every song. It's quite interesting. But that album, Only by the Night, I think start to finish is a fantastic album. There isn't a song on that I'd skip either.
Yeah,
it's one of them albums.
It really is.
Yeah, they've got I struggled not to put them on. And I've got them written down in bracket, and I've circled it. But all of their songs for me are like all on. I've got probably about 5 or 6 that are just all on the same level. Like real
absolutely.
good bangers.
Yeah, 17, Closer. Like there's just so many that are just
yeah. They've got loads of
brilliant
bangers and really good live as well.
Yeah,
I thought I saw them live in 2018. Obviously, they did a lot of their newer material, but I was happy that they did a lot of their older stuff as well.
Yeah, they did a few throwbacks.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm on the list. Do love that song.
On a quality.
What's your next one, Jordan?
I had it right here. Oh yeah, it's I should have done it after you did Pearl Jam, but I just wanted to throw not a spanner in the works with Limp Bizkit in that order, but Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I don't see how it can't be on that how it couldn't be on that list. Incredible. Like just an unbelievable song by an unbelievable band. But
another one I came very close to putting on the list, to be honest. A band anyway.
Yeah. I'd probably what would be your close second for Nirvana? I'd probably say In Bloom. Oh shit.
In Bloom's good. I like Lithium as well. And Heart Shaped Box is a good one as well. I would have put them.
Yeah, I just think just Smells Like Teen Spirit is just it's to me it's like a Lose Yourself, on the level of iconic.
Isn't it? Yeah, 100%.
And I refuse to believe that there is anyone, as long as the setting's right. Obviously, I'm not saying if you're in a fucking restaurant, but if that song came on, I refuse to believe there's anyone that wouldn't be like bopping their head at least.
Yeah.
You've got to have some movement. I mean,
it's such an immense song.
Yeah, it's definitely. It feels like it should be like top 10 iconic songs. To be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you look at like the greats and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't. It's such a great song. Like I know, like sometimes, the death of artists kind of
makes them
propels them. Yeah, but I don't feel like that's the case with Smells Like Teen Spirit.
No,
it's just such a great song.
It's just a banger anyway. Yeah, it'd still be a banger if it was alive today. It was just one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so I'd say Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Cool.
It's number 9, is it?
Number 9, yeah.
Right, so we've got one more. One
more each. Dan.
Is this my 9th, is it? Or is this...
Yeah, this will be your 9th.
9th, yeah. So I've gone Kanye West, Jesus Walks.
Even I know that song, and I'm not a massive fan of Yay, or whatever he
I don't think a lot of people are at the minute.
No, definitely not. again, it's one of those ones. Like I remember when his first album come out, and then I've gone back to it recently and re-listened to it and stuff. And it's like I love the old Ye, as I'm sure a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And after what I think it's actually after watching the documentary, I watched that, and then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go back and re-listen to the album, and then like that Jesus Walks is mega, man. It's like,
it is a good
song. It is. Again, it's one of the, I think when it's all said and done with Ye, like when we look back on it, you like look back on that period and those songs, and you'll be like, it's all, you know, it's a period of greatness. Sorry, my phone keeps
pinging, absolute pinging mad.
But it'll be interesting to see what happens to him in the immediate future.
Yeah,
he's I don't really know what's going on there.
Is it? Yeah, I've seen. I can't even comment on it because I don't really know. I don't watch too much of it, but I've seen bits popping up.
Yeah, I really just feel like he's just lost himself. I just don't feel like he's 100% all there at the moment, to be honest.
Yeah. But when you turn around and start saying that you liked Hitler and thought that what he did was good, that's
that,
like,
is he legit said that as well?
Yeah, he on the Alex Jones show, and Alex Jones was like the voice of reason in the room.
I mean, when Alex Jones was the voice of reason,
the guy who's just been sued like over what is it,
$1 billion? $200 million? Yeah. Oh dear. But yeah. But as a musician, Kanye is incredible. You can't deny it. You know,
so
cannot be denied.
Yeah,
that's it.
I
liked some of his 808 and Heartbreaks album, like the Love Lockdown sort of stuff. But to be honest, I know people probably see that as like probably his weakest stuff, but I quite enjoyed it. I don't know why, but yeah, Kanye's on the list. He's on the list.
Nice.
All right, my 10th one. Okay, I'm going in hard on the 10th one.
Okay,
this is a long song. This is from Tool. And it's
wow. It's what?
It's right into.
Right into fucking Tool.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like 8 minutes long. This song. I was close to picking Schism because I do like that bass line.
It's very musician heavy.
But it takes. I think you've mentioned the word a couple of times in songs that you've picked, Jordan. A journey, and my God, is that song a fucking journey? Like the middle, you'll get into like you think you've transcended into like I don't know some like Asian, Middle Eastern kind of. You got some weird woodwind instruments coming in with some like little bongos sound like, and then it just goes straight back in to like just Tool greatness. It's definitely
Tool are very much like an acid trip, I find.
Yeah,
you know,
much of their videos look like
not to the degree of like Tame Impala, but yeah, Tool are like fucking like a metal-y kind of acid trip.
They're great. I really think they're an amazing band.
Yeah, if you like your instruments, I feel like Tool are definitely, you know.
To listen to it.
Yeah, but no, well, nice little throw in there. I'm actually going to give a long one at the end as well, so it's going to be a long outro. And it's also it's actually a bit of compromise because I'm thinking about the people that are going to listen to this playlist as well. So I was going to pick a Muse song because I love Muse. I was going to go for Stockholm Syndrome. Great song. Not a lot of people know it. Now I could be like, here, like, you know, experience this, but I think I'm going to cave and just put Knights of Sidonia, which is a great song. Plus, people love it, people know it, and so and it's a fantastic song. So I think I'm going to tail off with Knights of Sidonia, by Muse.
Yeah,
never forget. I saw Muse, and you know they would start the you know, the horses were like, which is like the start of the Knights of Sidonia song. And I was stood next to, I assume, this husband and wife. And the wife goes, "What song is this?" And I've never seen a man more offended in my life. The husband just goes, "It's fucking Knights of Sidonia," in like such a pissed off. I was like, Jesus Christ. She just doesn't know. It's not her fault. I'm not being funny. It's galloping horses, for fuck's sake. Like, but yeah, it's just so funny. But Muse, I've seen them a few times, and their shows are unbelievable. They're incredible musicians. And Knights of Sidonia is an incredible song. So I'm going to tail off of Knights of Sidonia, I think.
These are great. I remember watching them with you at Reading 2017 when we went up for the Sunday. And unfortunately for me, because for some reason, if you were there for a day, you couldn't bring in backpacks. And I had a backpack. So I had to then take my backpack to one of these places that says they'll look after it for you for a fee. And I had to leave before they finished their set to go get my bag, because that was the day, obviously the night they all pack up and start to leave. So yeah, I don't know what song they were playing at the end. It might well have been Knights of Sidonia. I would imagine that was probably one of the last songs, if not the last song to play out. But yeah, I wasn't able to see the full song at the end. I had to leave just before, but it was a good experience still to see them live because they're iconic.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Banging choice. What's your last one, Dan?
Last one it's a new guy who's just come out. Well, he's probably been doing it a few years or whatever. A young lad called Connor Price.
Nice.
It's pretty much like Jack Harlow kind of Drake kind of vibes.
Right.
It's like rap with like lots of different instruments, but he does little like skits on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff. But I think I came across him about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, or maybe even longer, maybe 2 months ago. But he's blowing up. He's going like proper viral.
Nice.
But I don't think he's signed with anyone, so I think he's like held out and from the sound of like some of his songs, he's from Canada. I think he kind of tried to get into it, and they were like, initially they weren't having it, sort of thing. He didn't fit, and now he's like blowing up himself, and he's like self-made sort of thing. And he does collabs with other artists from all around the world. But really, like, if you like hip hop, or rap, then it's nice. More rap, sorry, and it's cool, man. It's very catchy.
Nice.
Got a bit of like Eminem in it. Jack Harlow, Drake, that kind of vibe.
Nice.
But yeah, it's good. Right, there's some really good banging songs. I've been listening to him quite a lot recently.
And it's going to see out our playlist.
Yeah.
The song is Spinning. Sorry, that's my song.
Spinning.
Love it.
Nice.
Well, that's our 30 songs done. If you want to add any to it, comment, or just put, even if you're watching this afterwards, I'll add a few to it afterwards if you couldn't watch the live, but just add a few songs and I'll put them onto the playlist. Obviously don't want to make it too long, so there'll probably only be like another 10 added to it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think 40 is a good number for a big playlist, but Jordan, you've got some questionable
lyrics. You still want to do this bit, yeah. Okay, so basically, right, I went to Thorpe Park with our friend Dan, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend, and we were in the car on the way back, and my sister Chloe randomly said to me, what's like the heaviest song that you know? Because she knows that I like heavier music, right? And so as a joke, because I don't like this kind of music, I typed in death metal playlist. And what I found was fucking horrific, right? The lyrics, the titles, the music. I mean, look, this is. I'll play. I literally have to play you 2 seconds because these songs have like no chill, right? From off the get go, they just go for it, right? So there's no risk of copyright here because I can get straight to the point. So let's look at spitting up chunks of cunt by internal devour, right? Straight away, yeah. Like you don't need. There's no like.
No soft intro.
No, there's no imagination or anything needed, right? So I thought I'd Google a few of these songs and look at the lyrics. So I don't even want to say this song title, but just obviously know this is all in jest, and I hope it gets a few laughs, right? So we have the first song by Cannibal Corpse. It's called "I Come Blood," and the lyrics. This is the first verse. So, swollen with liquid, ready to burst, a load of my lymph will quench this dead body's thirst. 1 month in the grave, twisted and half decayed, she turned putrid yellow. I pissed in her maggot-filled arsehole. I can't even finish this, man. Fucking the rotting. My semen is bleeding. The smell of decay seeps from her genital cavity. The smell was unbearable as I unburied her.
Fuck's sake.
So, number one, go to a doctor.
Innit? Like, who's writing this?
Definitely.
Like this is necrophilia.
Even if we're talking about the physical issues, let alone the fucking psychiatric help that you clearly need, you come in blood, that's a problem.
Imagine singing along to that one at Christmas.
Oh, dude. Like, oh, man. There's other ones that are just like weird, like Necrotic Manifesto by the band called Aborted. A work of art, my collection of rot, a rotten census manifest of the damned, sordid formulae of harvesting the dead, mentally degrading, socially perverted, 6 feet of foreplay towards my knees. Archive decay, necrotic manifesto, decrypting semiology, this book of the dead, a symposium indeed, celebration of flesh and bone. My fascination is far gone. Who are these people? You know what I mean?
What's worrying is that first one. Obviously, when you read words out, your mind just automatically imagines it. And pissing in a maggot arsehole.
Yeah,
it's just not the one.
The thing is, though, right? Which I think this is how they get away with this stuff. Okay, is in death metal, they're literally like, so it probably sounds like.
Yeah, it could be anything.
But yeah, so you can't. That really hurt. So you can't imagine, like, you can't actually hear the lyrics. But when you, I mean, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
When you're singing along to that, I love it. There's definitely someone out there who's a fan. They've gone to the show. Yeah. They're singing along to that, and then they've gone home and read the lyrics, and they're like, "Oh, I've just been singing along to." Fucking a maggot corpse, and then pissing. Yeah, it's like, I'm changing my mind.
Assaulted.
I've been violated.
Oh my god!
That's the title of the next song.
I can't even read. I can't even read the lyrics to spitting up chunks of CUNT. But
just the title.
There's another one by "Slut" by Benighted. Suddenly, a yawning gulf appears under my feet. Now I can see the real face of the traitor. Paralyzed by the unconceivable, I'm still petrified. I see the fear in your eyes as you realize the vile depth of your treachery. You deserve my wrath, deserve to suffer, deserve to feel what I felt. The features are different. The mask of beauty is fissured and lets appear insane baseness of your soul. Harmony is collapsed. The ugly drowns the carnal shell little by little in an ocean of dust. What the fuck does this mean? But I will say one thing. In this, oh no, I was going to say in this song called Slut, he doesn't say the word, but he does. Your words are poison. Each tear you shed is an insult to me. Each sob is a lie. All from you. Slut is dead to me. So there we go. Okay. I kind of get the idea, the impression that this guy was rejected.
Yeah, it's a horrible song to write about his mom.
Absolutely, but so is their other song, "Come with Disgust."
Oh my god!
Not going to read that one, but yeah, I just thought I'd shed a little light on the death metal world with you guys today.
Nice.
Yeah. Just a
It's
little
an
palate
enjoyable
cleanser
experience.
at the end there.
Lozzie's just going to put a few of them on the end of the playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's not a palate cleanser. If anything, I've got a bitter taste in my mouth.
Yeah, that really hurt my throat trying to do that. So fucking
It looked like it. You look like you're struggling.
That's fucking hard.
I mean, there's talent. There's talent in that, at least.
Yeah,
it's hard to do with
your
throat and your voice. But,
fair play to them. Whatever, it's just words,
gets
isn't
them
it?
through their day,
as long as no one's doing it, it's
yeah. Well, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like that's actually a memoir of when he dug up a body. 6 months in the ground. He's like, interesting. The arsehole is filled with maggots. I should write this down.
Just the arsehole.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's an incriminating diary. You better read.
So bad.
Yeah. Please find that diary. It's like it's for a song.
Yeah, of course it is, mate. You come with me.
That's why there are photos in it.
That's rank.
Right, well, thanks for joining us today. We've made a playlist. I'll make the playlist available. I'll share it to everyone. And I'll obviously add songs that people comment on the video afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll probably do an extra like 10. I won't make it any more than 40 because once it gets any more than 40, it's just getting a bit ridiculous. But yeah, it's been enjoyable.
I've enjoyed it.
A varied lineup of music we've just talked about in that play.
Most definitely.
Make that playlist available for everyone, and I'll put it up within the next 24 hours just to get the comments in for the viewers' selections.
Yeah,
but it's been a good podcast. I've enjoyed it. Awesome. I hope you get your pipes sorted out, Dan.
My pipes need servicing.
That's it.
There's a death metal song in there somewhere.
I just wasn't clever enough to come up with something, but that's the best I could do.
Yeah.
Because they've got maggots in them all. And they're all rotten.
Yes, makes sense. Amazing. I'm going to go get some food because I am dying of starvation.
I'm starving, freezing.
Emaciated. That's another song.
Wet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Up the APMA.